Hello everyone and welcome to Knife Review 3000. Today we've got keychain knives. Knife Center just did a video with David C. Anderson about keychain knives, and I figured, well, I've got a bunch of those. We can go over some that he didn't. I think this one he did though, so there might be a little bit of overlap, but he did mention like the Micra here wasn't available anymore. He said something like that, but it is. You can find it out there. eBay, Amazon. There's quite a few places you can get this little guide. I do think Leatherman has stopped making them though, so you might want to get them while you can, because it's a pretty handy little tool. It is a multi-tool, of course, coming from Leatherman. It is scissor based, and I'm not going to go over a complete review of all those. I'll just hit the high points here. So you've got knife, nail file, nail cleaner there, your flathead screwdriver, the big one, and then on the other side you've got, I don't have fingernails, this is kind of tough, little itty bitty flathead, some tweezers, which is nice, and what they call the Phillips, kind of the least you can get away with a Phillips head. So, but if you're in a bind, might come in handy. Yeah, so a multi-tool like that with all those tools, less than 2 ounces, is pretty neat. And of course the rulers on each side. So less than 2 ounces, comes in at about $30 or so, most places that you can find it. So might be something to look into. We'll do multi-tools first. I think I've done a video on this one, I'll link it below, but the Curve from Gerber. The thing I like about this is everything's locking on here. So you've got knife, screwdrivers of various sizes, Phillips and flat, and then bottle opener there. So very small, less than an ounce. I think it's 0.8 ounces or so. What are they running these days? $10. It's hard to beat for $10. This will open pretty much any package you want, unless it's like a crate. Locking, so cool guy there. Then you've got the dime. Let's see, dimes comes in about $20. You've got scissors on there. It is a plier based, if I can get it open, there we go. Plier based multi-tool for $20. It's not too bad. Everything opens to the outside, so you don't have to open it, but nice little blade there. You got the blade, you got scissors, you got a flathead screwdriver, and then there's the last one there, and then a box opener kind of thing there. Not sure why you need that and the blade, but you get it. And a small, it's very stiff for some reason. Pliers there, small but mighty. And then a bottle opener on the end. You can use that as the key ring, or the one that comes with it, the lanyard hole there. So that's that. Not bad for $20. Oh, I forgot. You've got some tweezers hidden in there, which is nice. Comes in handy for splinters and ticks and whatnot. So that's the Gerber Dime. So those are the multi-tools. Got one fixed blade in here. It's the Mini Pal, Cold Steel's Mini Pal, which they don't think they make this one anymore, but there's a few out there that like Schrade makes one that's like $10. That's very similar, I think, and Cold Steel has a few that are a little bit longer. But as far as self-defense, really puts a emphasis on your punches. If you got that guy there, trying to get somebody off of you, that will probably do the trick. I used to carry this one a lot, and it's still holding up. This is probably 20 years old, and it's still doing well. Still stays in its little sheath there with the button. So another option for you. You can probably find it aftermarket, or again, other companies have similar items that you can get. Now we've got the cutest of them all is the Spyderco Bug. Comes in about $15, $20 ish. Got a 1.3 inch blade. I think it's 1.1. But I carried this one for a long time too, and it really does come in handy. You know, you're not going to be able to do a whole lot with it, but most EDC stuff can be taken care of by this little guy. I generally used it if I was somewhere where I didn't, you know, if I had something big in my pocket, like, you know, big hawk bill, something or other that I didn't want to whip out to open a box. Well, you know, this guy is not intimidating at all. So you can open up your box, cut off the thread of your shirt, whatever, and get back to work. So it is, you know, does come in handy. It's very small, less than an ounce. I think it's less than half an ounce. Actually, it's like 0.4 ounces for this little guy. And it's just really cute. If you know any Spyderco fans, if you run into one, you can, you know, show them and get a little chuckle out of it. But you know, it does come in handy. So that's one there. And then if you want Spyderco and want something a little bigger, the Roadie is a good choice. Still very lightweight at an ounce, but you get almost twice the length at 2 inches. I think the cutting edge is actually like 1.7 inches. But the whole blade's 2. So, and then you got the nice choil there. So, you know, it is a slip joint, not a real stiff slip joint. So, but with that choil there, you don't have to worry about it closing on you. Comes from Italy, and it's a Bowler N690, which is, you know, very good steel, holds an edge very well. So this is a great little keychain knife. You know, it's right at an ounce, but you still got some length on there for doing a little more in-depth cuts, if you like. Got a little belly on there too, so that's a good one. So the Roadie, this is going to cost you a little bit more for that Bowler. It's about $50, $55, somewhere in that range for this little guy. But I carried that one for a few months recently, and I like it. We got the Bird. So all these are locking here. We've got the Birdfinch, which I believe this one is also discontinued, but is still available out there. I found a lot with G10 handles. So, but for about $30 or so, you can get a locking blade. You can get 3 fingers on there fairly easily. Your keys could be the 4th, and you can get a lot done with this little guy. Also less than an ounce, or maybe just over an ounce. Let's see if did I write that down? No. But it's very light. I would guess right around an ounce. with these, the G10 handled ones would probably be a little bit more, but not too bad. But you know, 3-fingered back lock on a keychain it's hard to ask for anything more. Easily one-handed opening, which is rare in keychain knives. So you know that this one might be a little harder to find, but if you can find one or one of its cousins, definitely recommend that guy. It's comes in very handy. This one's kind of a generic. Threw this in there for all the replaceable blade guys out there that want something. I couldn't find this specific one, but I'll put a link to a very similar one where you can replace the blade. But again, it's locking, one hand opening, replaceable blade, very lightweight. This is kind of chunky metal right here, but I'm sure it's less than 2 ounces. It's very lightweight. So something else to think about. And these two guys are the Buck 425 or the Mini Buck. One of these I got when I was a kid. I was probably, I don't know, 9-10 years old. You can tell how old it is with that little mark right there. Has that arrow. That one's 2008, and then this one is 1988, which is the one I got when I was a kid. One of my first pocket knives that I really carried a lot was this guy. Very lightweight. Has your lanyard hole right there, keychain hole. Can open it one-handed. But yeah, they've been making this guy for 30 plus years and haven't changed the design at all. These are 20 years apart, and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference other than that mark on there. So nice knife for what it is. I think you can get them for 20 or 30 bucks now. Get full 3 fingers on there, locking backlock blade. So just very lightweight. Another option for you there. And then of course you get into Victorionox, Swiss Army. The classics is what I have here. I ended up with 4. Don't really use them that much, but you got to mention them because you've got your scissors, your knife, and your file, fingernail cleaner there on the end. Very handy. You can get them in all kinds of configurations. Picked this one up in Scotland, thinking it was the Scottish flag. Then afterwards, I looked closer, and no, Bavaria. So picked up a Swiss German knife in Scotland. So yeah, there are a lot of options out there. If you have any questions about these guys, let me know. I'll put links below if you're interested in any of them. You can pick one up. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. And please enjoy your afternoon, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. Bye.